Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
US President Donald Trump has expressed uncertainty about brokering a deal with Iran to end the war, but reiterated that Tehran must agree to a deal or face continued US and Israeli strikes. Speaking at the White House, he urged Tehran leaders to abandon nuclear ambitions or find themselves facing their worst nightmare. An Iranian official has called Washington's proposal one-sided, but confirmed diplomacy is ongoing, as tensions remain high over the Strait of Hormuz and the future of Iran's military program. Meanwhile, Pakistan says it is aggressively engaged with regional players to reduce tensions and push for a peaceful settlement in the Middle East. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Tahir Andrabi said that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is leading efforts to promote dialogue between key parties. Also, Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar posted on social media that indirect messages were being exchanged between the United States and Iran through Pakistan, with support from Turkey and Egypt. Israel has reportedly removed 2 senior Iranian officials from its target list following a request relayed through Pakistan, signaling efforts to de-escalate tensions. Sources said Israel had planned to target Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, but Pakistan urged the US to intervene, warning such strikes would shut down any chance of negotiations. Washington subsequently asked Israel to hold back. No official confirmation has been issued by Pakistan, though reports suggest the move may be temporary. Islamabad is among a few countries maintaining contact with both Tehran and Washington and is being considered as a potential venue for future talks. Iran is also reviewing a US proposal covering nuclear and missile restrictions, though it has denied any active negotiations.
US President Donald Trump has claimed that Iran is desperate to make a deal to end nearly 4 weeks of fighting, contradicting the Iranian foreign minister who said his country was reviewing a US proposal but had no intention of holding talks to wind down the conflict. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said while there had been no dialogue or negotiation with the US, various messages had been exchanged through intermediaries. Araghchi said in an interview that messages being conveyed through friendly countries and Tehran responding by stating its positions is not called negotiation or dialogue. Trump later said Iranian leaders are negotiating and they want to make a deal so badly, but they're afraid to say it because they will be killed by their own people. Moreover, Iran has told intermediaries that Lebanon must be included in any ceasefire agreement with the United States and Israel, linking an end of the war to a halt to Israel's offensive against Hezbollah. Iran's Press TV cited an Iranian official saying Tehran wanted any deal with the United States to secure an end to the war, both on Iran and other resistance groups in the region. 6 regional sources familiar with Iran's position said Tehran had informed mediators as early as mid-March that it sought a deal that would also stop Israel's attacks on Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. Abu Dhabi authorities have confirmed the deaths of 2 individuals, a Pakistani and an Indian national, after falling debris from a successfully intercepted ballistic missile on Swayhan Street caused casualties and property damage. Earlier, officials reported that 3 others were injured and several vehicles were damaged. The Ministry of Defense confirmed that UAE air defenses successfully intercepted incoming missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles launched from Iran. At least 40% of Russia's oil export capacity is at a halt following Ukrainian drone attacks, a disputed attack on a major pipeline, and the seizure of tankers. The shutdown is the most severe oil supply disruption in the modern history of Russia, the world's second-largest oil exporter. Ukraine intensified drone attacks on Russia's oil and fuel export infrastructure this month, hitting all 3 of Russia's major Western oil export ports. According to Reuters calculations, about 40% of Russia's crude oil export capabilities, or around 2 million barrels per day, were shut as of Wednesday, after the most recent attack. A Los Angeles jury has found Meta and Alphabet's Google negligent for designing social media platforms that are harmful to young people in a $6 million verdict that will serve as a bellwether for numerous similar cases. The jury found Meta liable for $4.2 million in damages and Google for $1.8 million, small amounts for two of the world's most valuable companies with annual capital spending over $100 billion each. The Los Angeles trial is meant to serve as a bellwether or test case for the thousands of similar lawsuits consolidated in California state courts. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.